Welcome back to the channel, folks. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a long time since my last video because of my extended trip to Thailand. Spent some time with the wife's family, time we couldn't spend because of COVID. But I thought now would be a good time to give an update because I have been thinking a lot about the channel and doing some investigating and so on, checking out ideas. So I thought maybe take opportunity to have a catch up with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well and getting lots of hobby time in, lots of gaming done and even some painting, folks. You never know. I know that the guys over in Scotland have been getting lots of games. They're playing at the Games Hub in Edinburgh and Nightly Gaming in Bathgate. And I can see from the chats that you guys certainly have been getting a lot of games in. I've not had any hobby time at all, but that is kind of the way I wanted it. When you think about how many videos I've been posting, how many battle reports, tutorials, and how many commissions I've painted, now is a good time for a break. So my hobby has amounted to playing around with graphic design and different kind of programs and so on, but also watching a lot of other people's videos. But I've seen a lot of really good videos, folks, on channels I'm sure you're familiar with. But what I've done, I've sort of selected the best ones from each. You know, there's some battle reports, painting tutorial, and I put links to them in the description below so you can check them out yourself. But here's a quick summary of the ones that I've really enjoyed. In no particular order, let's start with Lack of Foresight Gaming, Jacob and Bree. This particular game is part of their Firestorm Sicily campaign, and it's very different from the usual kind of game because it's British paras landing by glider. So it's a very different kind of game, played in a different way from normal, deployment in a different way, and it's, you know, a bit of a madhouse kind of game as you would imagine, with the gliders coming down and landing everywhere. But Jacob and Bree have put on a great game here. They've put a lot of effort into the terrain and their miniatures for the mid-war period, so I think if you follow this you probably want to watch the other ones in the series if you've not already seen them, that is. Now give them a sub if you haven't subbed already, folks. As a new channel, getting subscribers really helps. It really encourages YouTube to put their content out as much as possible to people who like Flames of War. And I'm sure Jacob and Bree won't mind me pointing out that the level of affection shown by the players in their videos is rarely found elsewhere. But as you'll see in the next couple of clips, it's all fair in love and war, isn't it, Jacob?
Alright, honey, let us know what you're going to do. What are you hit on, my dear?
It was this one, right, darling?
Yeah. Alright, so the first card for Bree, what is it going to be, hun? On 3+, they unpin.
They do not.
Perfect. Is dead.
Okay.
And the team of 2. Is dead.
Is dead.
Awesome.
Is dead.
Awesome. Awesome.
The next game I'm going to recommend to you was on the Valley Gaming channel. I chose this game because it's got two great contributors to the hobby playing against each other. There's Rob from Valley Gaming and there's also Tio from Peldira Studios. I also chose it because Tio is using a tiger formation, something which you don't see much of at all in battle reports, and this game turned out to be a really good informative clash between US armour, lots of, and German tigers, not so many of. It was great to see both players were also very aggressive, even though one was in a defensive posture. So check it out, guys. I think you'll like it, and if you've not already subscribed to Valley Gaming and Peldira Studios, give them a sub and it'll help them build up their channels with more of this kind of content. The final battle report I've chosen is from a channel I'm sure you're all familiar with, All Miniatures Great and Small. I chose this game because it's a really good desert game. I do enjoy a game of desert that doesn't have crazy wacky lists in it that are designed to compete at tournaments. This is a nice historical matchup in terms of the kind of equipment that was there, and it's also a very good game. I've had no way to know how this game is going to turn out turn by turn. There was always the unexpected coming along with those dice rolls. So it's a very entertaining game to watch, very attractive as always, with nice terrain, nice figures. Check it out guys. As well as watching the battle reports, I have also been watching a lot of tutorials, all different kind of painting tutorials for miniatures, you know, fantasy, science fiction, historical, Flames of War obviously, and I thought I'd like to share this new channel with you. It's Painting Panzers. Now, Painting Panzers is being done by Christian. Some of you guys might know him from the Facebook community, but he's got some really good videos up so far guys, focusing on German armour. I'm sure his range of videos will increase, so check it out, give him some encouragement guys, give him some feedback and give him some subs, and I'm sure we're going to see this channel growing and being a real asset to the whole painting community. Other than just a chance for a catch up, the main reason I've posted this video is to give my thoughts and to get your thoughts on how the channel might develop. Instead of looking at my ugly mug whilst I'm doing this folks, I'm going to give you some nice pictures to look at, and you can see these are thumbnails that I've been making for YouTube and are a good example of the kind of improvements that I've started making. I'm looking to improve both style and content, so getting things looking better but also getting the videos in a way that pleases most people. It certainly won't please everybody, but in a way that is more got a wider appeal, let's say. Whilst I've got my own ideas, I really need to know what you guys are thinking. I've had a lot of requests and suggestions over the time I've been posting the videos folks. Sometimes it's hard to actually make changes when you got your head down and you're doing all the work. So now's a chance for me to stop, reflect and make the changes. So don't be shy. If you've got anything you'd like me to consider, anything you feel would benefit you as a viewer or other viewers or even me as a content producer, now's your chance. Stick it down in the comments below. Now in terms of content, things are going to continue pretty much as they left off. The main focus is Flames of War. That's the game I have all the armies for. That's the focus of my commission work. But I do intend to add tutorials in for more 28mm historical ranges, maybe even some fantasy. Been thinking about all the armies I've got stuck up in the loft upstairs. Ultimately it's going to come down to what I have to hand to paint. I should say at this point, thanks to all the subscribers out there. Thanks to everybody who watches, but in particular just now we've hit 2,000 subscribers, which is obviously a bit of a milestone. It's not huge by any stretch of the imagination, but it's great to see that people out there watching the videos are also supporting the channel. Remember, get your comments in folks, help me make changes that will help the channel, and at the end there's also a few clips if you just want to stick with it, a few pictures, videos from the holiday where I'm just having a bit of a laugh in a Flames of War context. Thanks for watching folks. I'll be home soon back in Scotland and I will see you guys all on the next one. We did see deployment of a single elephant. It walked right past the house. Look at all the kids following along behind it excitedly. They're going to be so disappointed when they realise it's not worth the point. We successfully dug in. It will be a nice wall when it's finished folks. We negotiated a barbed wire entanglement. At least that's maybe what it looks like, but this is just a particularly fine example of some overhead wiring that you'll find on the streets of Thailand. And flamethrowers were deployed folks. Now when you hit with these, it's reroll successful saves. If I was to try this though, it would be reroll successful haircuts. And being in Thailand, of course we hit the beach. And on a visit to a builder's merchants where I should be looking at bricks, I can't help thinking, war game table.